Good evening and thanks for joining us. There have been nearly 40 brush fires in the area since March 1st. That's according to the Terre Haute Fire Department. Just tonight, a brush fire got out of control and caught a homeowner's fence on fire. Add the warm, dry conditions and you potentially have a recipe for danger. News 10's Kit Hanley has more on how you can keep your fires under control.
Here at News 10, we listen to this scanner in the newsroom, and almost daily we've heard about units being dispatched to nearby brush fires. But there are some ways you can avoid starting one.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a burn ban here soon.
Piles of downed tree limbs and unwanted brush are what makes up a burn pile. And lately, with the dry and hot weather we've been having, these piles are burning out of control. I spoke to Terry Coker. He's the assistant chief for the Terre Haute Fire Department IPI division. He says sometimes folks use the term brush too loosely.
And it can't be any construction wood, seasoned wood, any of that kind of stuff. Garbage, none of that stuff you can burn in there. We just ask that it only be true, tree limbs.
And although it may be tempting, he also says to avoid putting leaves in these piles.
It causes a lot of issues. Don't burn your leaves, just put them out on the street and the city will take care of them.
Coker says to make sure your pile is 20 feet away from a structure and 5 feet away from any flammable material. But most of all, he says, in order to burn safely, you need to check the forecast. The ideal time to burn is after a nice rain shower.
Our big things is if there's over a 5-mile-an-hour wind outside, please don't do it, because you would be surprised how many fires we go on that is just caused by an ember that got away from them.
Looks like 36 since March 1st.
And after going on nearly 40 brush fire calls since March 1st of this year, Coker says it's still better to be safe than sorry.
And it is your judgment, but it never hurts to maybe make the call and then try and put it out yourself.
Coker says to make sure your pile is no larger than 3 feet wide to avoid being the next call on this scanner. Reporting in the newsroom, Kit Hanley, News 10.